We now interrupt the apocalypse for a heartwarming Christmas message. Hello, I'm Kendall Bryan Hunter, author of the book Consider My Servant Job, and this is Come Follow Me, Get to the Point, where I always show up, I always come prepared, we never take roll, and it's bring your own refreshments. Cold pizza for a Christmas special. Well, I am filming on location, and the reason why I'm standing is because I'm at the beach, I'm in California, and everything is completely covered with dew. Here, let me show you hold up the tablet. Look at that. Oh, that flag and obelisk, that's a memorial to a guard dog that used to guard the base here during World War II. So I'm at the beach, and like I said, everything's covered with dew, so I'm not going to sit down and get damp. So this is a Christmas message, and one of the problems when you do a Christmas message is it gets run into the ground. You have the First Presidency Christmas message, our stake has a Christmas message, you have the Lord Christmas party, you have your work party, you have your family get-togethers, other people at get-togethers. My birthday's in December. December's probably the most overloaded month, and at certain point, if you understand the law of diminishing returns, all these activities that help bring us the true spirit of Christmas, they become counterproductive. Law of diminishing returns. So this is get to the point. I'm going to keep things really quick. I'd just like to have us think about 5 gifts for Christmas. First of all, as we've been going through the Old Testament and the New Testament, think about this first gift, the gift of the Joseph Smith translation. Joseph Smith translation just clarifies a lot of stuff. That there's problems that the atheists point out in the Bible, but when you take the Joseph Smith translation into account, these problems just dissolve into nothingness. I hope you're getting an appreciation. I hope you have a mechanism for getting the Joseph Smith translation if you study on your phone. If you have to go back to a printer to get a copy of a Community of Christ Bible, consider it both a sacrifice and an investment in your testimony. The second gift, well, the phone's just slid. The second gift is for next year, the gift of the Book of Mormon. We're still using the Book of Mormon in a way that we shouldn't be using it. We use it as a quote book. We watch the videos instead of actually studying the Book of Mormon. I'm from the age where we'd use the Book of Mormon as a travel guide for South America. But it's a witness of Christ, and it has important teachings on secondary things too, but primarily it's about the witness of Jesus Christ. If you remember a couple of years ago, President Nelson made his list about things he learned in the Book of Mormon, and as you go through the Book of Mormon this next year, make your own list. Does the Book of Mormon have any insights on the post-pandemic reality? What about the breakdown of civil government? How does it happen? War on the family? What to do when you have a local church leader or a seminary teacher or a BYU professor who criticizes the family proclamation? There's insights in the Book of Mormon on how to deal with those things. So cherish the gift of the Book of Mormon. Third, I'm doing a little cheating on this, the gift of the other scriptures and also the sermons and teachings. Integrate. We compartmentalize it. We said, okay, here's the Old Testament, focus on that, New Testament, Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, or church history. We tend to compartmentalize that, but make sure you're reading to integrate all the scriptures into one cohesive and coherent message. And the same thing too with the sermons and general conference, sacrament meeting talks, your patriarchal blessing, the endowment. Make sure we're integrating all those things. So that's gift number 3. Everything else in addition to the Joseph Smith translation and the Book of Mormon. Book 4, I should say point 4, the gifts of the Spirit. Are you praying for those? Are you praying for charity? How do you build ward unity? Well, you pray for charity. You live in a ward where there's high turnover, like I do. Well, how to deal with high turnover? Pray for the gift of knowledge. For the youth, praying for the gift of chastity, and for people at work, praying for the gift of fidelity to your marriage partner so you don't have these office romances. Pray for the gift of fidelity, chastity, and charity. Whatever you stand in need of, just pray for it. Health, how to manage your finances. These are all parts of the gift of the Spirit. And they're not temporal things, because temporal things affect your spiritual life. So focus on the gifts of the Spirit. Most importantly, getting your testimony of Jesus Christ, having the knowledge, exceeding great faith. Gifts of the Spirit. We're going to study those again in the Book of Mormon, except it's at the end. So the fifth gift to complete is the gift of Jesus Christ. Without his atonement, his sacrifice, the propitiation, the resurrection, the redemption, without any of this, all we're doing is just spinning our wheels. There's a tendency to make church a social get-together, a block party, a neighborhood meeting. We do the ordinances sort of as a mindless ritual. That's not what church is about. The church is about bringing you to Christ, focusing your message on Jesus Christ, making sure that you understand the place of Joseph Smith in his relationship to Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith as a witness of Christ, as a testifier of Christ, as a revealer of Christ. There's more I could say. Let's just leave it at that. This is get to the point. You're busy with holiday stuff. This is a couple of... Oh, a phone call right in the middle of... That's what happens is I hang up on you when you interrupt my podcast. So, those are the 5 gifts. The gift of the Joseph Smith translation, the gift of the Book of Mormon, the gift of other scriptures and sermons, the gift of the Spirit. Now, of course, the endowment is also a gift. That's what the word endowment means, is gift, D-O-W, like in dowry or endowment, as in a university, and then the gift of Jesus Christ. Block off some private time, some downtime, somewhere, like, even if it's just in the shower, to think about Jesus Christ, taking time during when you take the sacrament to think of Jesus Christ and his sacrifice, and how our understanding about Jesus Christ comes from these other gifts that we have: Joseph Smith translation, Book of Mormon, the sermons, and also gifts of the Spirit. So I kind of talked this to this, but I'm just wishing you a Merry Christmas. Make sure you're focusing on Jesus Christ, and that you're getting ready for next year when we study the Book of Mormon. And coming to Christ, that's the point. And where's the officer?